Again? You want it? Oh, okay, fine. All right, fine. You've finally done it. Congratulations. You have officially worn me down. After 4,726 emails asking me what my diet is, I'm finally gonna tell you. Alright, so up until this point, there have been a few reasons why I've sort of steered away and shied away from really getting detailed and specific about my diet and what I would recommend that you eat if you're looking to lose body fat or actually maintain a low body fat percentage. Reason number one, we're all different, and there is no one diet that's going to work for everybody, all right? We all have different requirements. We're all going to respond slightly different depending on what our body needs as far as calories, how our body responds to different things. Which leads me to reason number two. We all have different tastes. If I say eat tuna fish every day, 5 times a day, and you hate tuna fish, you're not gonna do it. Or you're gonna be like, yo, Alpha, this is a fantastic diet. I lost like 65 pounds in a month because I haven't eaten anything because I hate tuna. And so trying to figure out a way to deliver the information that is really going to be able to be modified for your specific taste, for your specific lifestyle, because you're gonna have access to different food depending on where you live. Maybe your religion, your culture only allows for certain things. So there were a lot of factors that I needed to take into consideration when explaining what I eat. And I'm not one of those guys who just throws a blanket statement, theory, whatever out there and be like, okay, follow this. This is what you need to do. I realize that there are a lot of variables that need to be taken into consideration. But the biggest reason is liability. I'm not sure if you're aware of this. You're probably not. But fitness professionals like personal trainers are not allowed to actually tell you what to eat. All right? They can tell you about exercising. They can tell you about target heart rate. But legally, they're not actually allowed to prescribe a diet or tell you what to eat. That is left for the professionals, the dietitians. And I know, I'm a realist, and I've been there. When I used to own my fitness center, I would all the time tell people what to eat, what not to eat, and recommend diets. But in this type of situation with so many of you all over the world, I was really hesitant to actually recommend anything. Because think about it. If I tell you to eat turtle and you happen to be allergic to turtle and you don't know it, you swell up, you get hives, your lips, and you get a lazy eye from it, who's responsible? Yeah, me. And it was something that I was a little bit gun shy about. But you know what? I figured... Oh well. What I have done is actually come up with an eating strategy that I use. If you choose to try it, it is totally up to you. What I would recommend is that you use common sense, all right? And ask your doctor. If you're diabetic, don't go and try this diet without actually trying or talking to a physician. If you've got any type of medical conditions or you feel yourself, if you try it for a week and you're like, oh God, and you're getting lightheaded and yo, make some modifications or go off of it. This is something to use as a guide. It's pretty simple. So what I did, I actually came up with a formula. I'm big on formulas, like the STYLE system, A plus B. Well, I did the same thing, but for diet. I've laid it out as simply as possible. I give you options. I say, meal number one, eat X plus this, plus this, plus this, and then you've got different categories and options to choose from. I think I've explained as much as I can, but definitely check with a physician before you try anything. Try it for 2 weeks without cheating. What happens is people start diets and they're like, oh, I'm gonna have a cheat meal. Well, a cheat meal turns into a cheat day, and all of a sudden, all that work you did for 3 or 4 days consistently and consecutively gets blown out of the water from this one crazy consumption of a lot of calories, a lot of fat, a lot of stuff your body isn't used to. Think of your metabolism like a centrifuge. Centrifuge, you know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, it starts, all right? And what we're trying to do is get it faster, faster, faster. Once it gets rolling, things are moving, your metabolism is going to be cranking like an inferno. But if you're going and then you throw a cheat day, it slows down and you got to get it sped up again. Does that make sense? We got to keep that metabolism cranking, and the way that you're going to do that is by sticking to something consistently. What I want you to do is try this for 2 weeks and see how you feel. At 2 weeks, then you can make some adjustments. But before we know what's working, what's not working, you got to do something consistently. So many people start something, they don't think they're getting results, and so a day later, they're like, I'm going to try this, and then I'm going to try this. You got to get a baseline, a benchmark. So if you do this for 2 days, or not 2 days, 2 weeks, see? That's why people get screwed up. 2 weeks, and then you can reevaluate and see, do I need to add more calories? Do I need to cut a little bit? But use this as a guide. There's a link below that's going to take you to the Alpha M eating plan. There you're going to find the simple formula for each meal. You're also going to find lists of options as far as foods are concerned. Proteins, carbohydrates, vegetables, and fruits. They're the 4 main foods that we're going to focus on. Now, these lists are totally not complete, all right? I give you some ideas of what I would recommend and what I use and what I eat, but like I said, you've got to decide what's right for you. So use your common sense and, do the best job you can. I guarantee if you follow something like this or close to this, you're going to start to see results. And it's just about modification once that starts to happen. So gentlemen, you wanted to know what I eat to maintain this Alpha M physique. Now I'm showing you. It's your turn. Once again, check with your doctor, use common sense, don't be a bonehead. But for those of you wanting to try something different, this is a good place to start.